No, let's just dice off a few rolls first.
All right, welcome back. My name is Matt DeFranza.
I'm Kevin McNally.
And we're here today at Stomping Grounds doing an Adepticon primer match. Our tournament today, we have 24 people in Warminster, Pennsylvania.
Because it will make a difference.
And our first match was a good one. We had
unless you want to roll every other.
we had Jesse Green and Austin playing from Stomping Grounds. Jesse was playing some Nids and Austin was playing some Space Marines. We had a good round, and Space Marines were ended up taking the win there. Today we have Nick Nanavati versus John Parsons playing up their game here. It's going to be a good one. We got Nick's on Team America. John is stealing his list, but has done well in some recent GTs with it. So we'll see what we got for what's happening.
So I'm gonna place my bash.
See what we can get started with. This is the mission we got.
All right, so here we have a Dawn of War deployment. Primary objectives are victory points and objectives. But as with any game, the secondaries are also very important. You have your Slay the Warlord and Line Breaker, which both players can get, and then the single of First Blood, which only one player can get, and a lot of games may be decided by. And with knowing these two players, First Blood may be what ends up deciding this game. And Matt, what are your opinions on deployment zones? I personally prefer Dawn of War. What about yourself? I know the last game was Vanguard. This is Dawn of War deployment.
I think what I prefer is generally what I need against my opponent at any given time. So
actually, I copied his list.
Sometimes if I'm playing against a really shooty army and I have some kind of line of sight blocking terrain, I don't mind getting like the long table edge or against a combat army. I don't mind the long table edge. Takes them longer to get to me. Helps out a little bit there. The short table edge is better if you get into an army that you need to get into quickly. It gives you that short range on it.
It doesn't work against chaos. Or not chaos.
So yeah, a lot of people hate on hammer and anvil, but I really don't mind it that much.
I don't see a door.
All right, so it looks like they're alternating the placement of terrain here. And we have John Parsons on the bottom here, and Nick Nanavati's up on the top. We want to go over their list real quick?
Sure thing, and these will be typed up and posted on the Facebook there. Do you have John's list?
It's the same exact thing.
Oh,
I think there's like, I think he has different troops. Instead of Plague Bearers, he has Demonettes or something like that.
All right. So for Nick Nanavati, we have SE titles that Flying Monster, they fly everywhere. For HQ, you got Fateweaver. You also have Lord of Change. Level 3, 2 greater rewards, 1 lesser reward.
No, I don't feel like I'm gonna
for troops, he's got 10 Plague Bearers and 10 pink horrors. In his heavy support slot, he's got 2 Demon Princes of Zeech with armor, wings, level 3, 1 greater reward, 1 exalted reward each. For his Chaos Space Marine allies, he has just an HQ Sorcerer, 10 Cultists for troops. He's got a Helldrake in fast attack with a Bale Flamer and a 75-point Bastion.
I love this.
And John's like DeFranza was just saying, John Parsons' list is basically the same thing with a couple troop variations. We'll find out exactly what they are and get them get that posted up for you.
So what's interesting here, you can see that John's setting up his deployment zone in such a way that he can hide all of his Demon Princes in the first turn. And Nick has something similar, but you can see his is a little more aggressively deployed. He's got a little bit of an angle to it, and it's a bit stronger. It's a bit further forward. So I don't know if that's a difference that he made up there. Be interesting to see. And you can see both of them deployed their Bastions in a pretty conservative place, which if you tuned into the interview that I had with Nick Nanavati just before this, it might give you insight into why that happened. If you missed that, you can check it out on our YouTube page. It's SG Videos, and that'll be up there probably tomorrow sometime.
Oh, that's right, you cheated in Adepticon last year. Doesn't even matter. Alan, are you listening to this?
Adepticon last year, you think I remember that shit? Like a year ago.
No, hold on, actually,
Oh, God.
yeah, that's what I want. No, I've been on camera like 4 times since then.
Yeah, probably not. All right, let's roll to see who rolls the first powers.
You are.
No, you're not. You are.
Damn.
Damn. All right, let's do.
So
we'll alternate. We'll do your graders and exalted for one, and I'll do.
Knowing these army lists here, it's going to be something to note. It's going to be really important to see what they get for powers this term. The pre-game stuff is really what determine the game one way or another. So depending on which one can get powers first and how that can work down, that can really give one side or the other the real solid advantage. And in the mirror match, the random things like that are really what's going to be the difference.
Yeah. So what is it? What is it? The rewards? I'm assuming that they're going to both want to get. They're both going to want to have the Grim, as well as the porta potty or the portaglyph.
Yeah. And the one difficult thing about this mission, in particular, let me see if I can switch that up to that. For that mission, you can see that there's only one of the mission primaries is objectives. The other one is victory points. So he gets 1 point for each unit destroyed. If he ends up going for the portaglyph, which is really typical, it might end up biting him because they'll be generating more troops to have more kill points. And both of these armies really thrive on having few kill points. But in a match where they're playing each other, the fact that they both have few is really going to be a big deal.
Now, do you think that because they're both playing such similar lists, and the way that these players both play, and most people play this list, is to play very conservatively for the first 4 turns? Do you think those first 4 turns will really just, for both of them, will be fly off, fly on, and just kind of maneuver troops around?
And that's a great idea. That's a great point because it's really going to matter who has bottom of turn. Whoever has second turn is going to have a distinct advantage in being able to claim the objectives late game. But they also, in trying to fly off all the time, they're going to have to make sure to keep enough on the table to not be tabled in the middle of the game. Because if John were to leave just enough troops on the table and fly everything else off and lose his troops, he'll be tabled in the middle of the game and it won't matter. Nick will get the victory no matter what.
And then we'll make everybody sad because we'll have a short broadcast.
We'll have a short game.
All right, so we just got in for the changes in John's list versus Nanavati's list. He has Demonettes instead of Pink Horrors. They both still have 10 Plague Bearers. And in those Demonettes, he has 2 Champions instead of a lesser reward on his Lord of Change.
All right, well, let's tune in and see if we can listen to see what kind of powers they get.
Yeah, in this matchup, I'd rather have Enfeeble.
Lucent.
Oh, damn. That's gonna be annoying. Yeah, they're on.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Can you guys hear us?
I hope the internet can hear us.
Can they hear us? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, so my Fateweaver got 3 on Biomancy, Primaris on. All right, I got Endurance, I got Psychic Shriek, I got the 4+ Invulnerable, and I got Primaris. Nick, what did you get?
I have Prescience, Flame Breath, Iron Arm, and Hallucinate.
Which one do you think is better in all seriousness? I think mine's better.
Forewarning's really good.
No, it's going to be huge in this game. All right, it's a shame it's on Fateweaver, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Lord of Change next. Wish it was on him.
Okay.
So I'll do Greater 1, Greater 2, Power 1, Power 2, Power 3. In case I don't say it, you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll 2 on Divination and probably take the last one on Flicker Fire, depending on how desperate I get. Greater 1, reroll Invulns.
Yep.
I'll take it. Greater 2. Greater 2. 3+ save. That's good against you, actually. Divination 1.
Fortune.
Divination 2.
Bitch gets whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Oh, forewarning again. And Flicker Fire. And you can have whatever you like. Your turn, Nick.
So for those of you tuning in, forewarning is a big deal power because when timed up with the Grimoire, it gives him a unit that can really have a 2+ invulnerable save at any point. So the fact that he keeps getting the right powers is really going to help John out in the course of this game.
That's annoying.
Lesser, because I have that. I'll take.
Staff.
Ooh, that's really good.
Oh, that's the.
That's Adamantium Will. I'm pretty sure.
Hold on. Since I'm the only one who has a Codex,
Well, at least you brought one. It might not be. I think it is.
that's lesser, right?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Corrosive Breath. Strength 5, AP 5. Armor Bane.
I'll take a staff.
The Flamer with Armor Bane on my Heldrake.
Which one's Adamantium Will? 4?
Uh-huh.
Div.
Nick got a 1 on Div, so he got Prescience again.
Div. Precog.
Shit.
All right.
That's good.
That is good.
Real good.
Flicker Fire. Woo.
Precog for those of you as well is really good because it allows his whatever unit it is to have pretty much rerollable. It pretty much gives him Fortune, it gives him Doom, and it gives him Prescience at the same time. Reroll the hits, reroll the wounds, and reroll armor saves. So it looks like they're both getting really good powers. It's probably going to turn out to be a good match.
Absolutely, and like I mean, it'll be a good second half of the game anyway.
Yep. Yeah, turn 5 will be really exciting.
Yeah.
Greater 1, Exalted 1, Power 1, Power 2, Power 3. All right, Prince Robot, Greater 1. 4+ feel no pain. Exalted, give me a 1. No, so Grim. Grim doesn't matter against you. Portal Glyph. I mean, it matters, but Power 1, Telepathy.
Hallucinate.
Psychic Shriek.
We're ultimating.
Biomancy. That's 1. Iron Arm. Flicker Fire.
Greater.
Way better than his so far.
Exalted. Ooh.
Oh.
So
I got it.
Exalted reroll.
That's, hold on.
I'll
That
take
is
the portal.
2. In close combat, hits of 6 are resolved at +2 strength. That's not.
I'll take a staff.
Wait a minute. No, you can do that?
It's a lesser award and I'm Zeech. And John's mind has been blown by the mastery yet again.
Yeah, it's going to be even better when I beat him.
We have Telepathy. Terrify will become Shriek.
What do you mean you don't want to make me take leadership test?
Yeah. Biomancy.
No, guys, we're actually in a separate room from Nick and John, so they won't be able to see the chat, but we can occasionally yell out to them what you guys want to say, if you'd like.
And if you want to critique their game or say they should have done a different move, don't feel bad about doing it because they won't be able to see that.
Absolutely. Unless you want them to, then we can tell
Chaos
them.
Space.
Yep.
So the next one is Prince TSM, but he's just Chaos Space Marine. He's not an actual Chaos Space Marine Prince. You know that.
Thank you. I was telling John to do that.
Greater 1, 2.
Oh,
Damn it.
finally John gets something fucking
What is it?
If you kill a character in combat on a 2-up, you get a spawn.
That's going to kind of be useful against you, actually.
Okay, that's gonna be super useful.
Exalted 1. Staff.
Kid gets whatever he wants. I literally just showed him that's a thing, like 1 minute
Yes,
ago.
he did. I want the audience to show that he actually did show me that was a thing. We're going to Biomancy.
For the credit.
What's
Yay.
4 on Biomancy?
Life Leech.
It's actually not terrible. We'll do Telepathy.
Mental Fortitude.
Ooh. No, Psychic Shriek. Wait, Psychic Shriek ignores cover saves, right? And we're going to do Flicker Fire.
Greater.
Damn,
+1 will not die.
it's not bad.
I'll take it. Exalted. Grimoire. Telepathy.
Psychic Shriek.
Shriek.
Copying me.
Iron Arm.
I think we got the same powers on our princes.
Flicker Fire. Shriek Life Leech Flicker Fire. Shriek Iron Arm Flicker Fire.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Roll your sorcerer out.
What can Sorcerer roll?
Bio, Pyro, and Telepathy. He doesn't even know what his army can do.
No, I don't need to because you tell me.
I hate you so much.
Biomancy on the Sorcerer.
Okay.
Tell me that was a bad play.
Shriek is useless. Terrified's useless. Puppet Master, I need to Snapfire.
Tell me it was
Mental
useless.
Fortitude.
Come on, talk it
is
out.
Actually good.
And figure out what I figured out before you. Talk it out and figure out Biomancy's the better role in this match.
Gotta
Come
love
on.
all the taunting going back and forth between
Talk
these
it
two.
out.
They're both buddies in real life.
Feeble.
But this is really quite funny. Nick has made this army a while ago, and John's been stealing it since then. And they both
he
been
just
doing
did
pretty
what I
well
did
with
in my
it.
head. Ladies and gentlemen,
Looks like they
for the
both got
record,
great,
Nick
great
just
powers.
copied me.
Just to bring up here real quick, you can see this is Nick Nanavati's
my
score
powers, too?
against during Nova
Maybe we
Open.
reroll.
And on here you can see he played a very similar demons list to
fly.
this, and he was able to take down Tyranids and 2 other sets of demon armies. So when he's playing demons, he's pretty consistently good at
Oh,
it.
so you wins?
He beat
So you get second
Andrew
turn?
Gagnon, it looks like, in round 4, and then lost to Ben Moley in round 5.
Tied. And Brown. Brown, you can go first. Ladies first.
We gotta do objectives first.
Yeah.
How many?
We did the wrong order, but it's whatever. So, I placed him first. How many did you roll? 4?
Yeah, I got 2. You got 2.
All right. No, I got
something else.
I got endurance. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, I'm good. I had to measure. I replaced my objective, by the way.
We can see here also
Okay.
John Parsons. He brought this list to the Torn of Fire Invitational recently, and so he had a game against Brad Townsend, Eric Hoger, Bob Rhoda, and Tim Gorham. And you can see he won. He also beat Chaos Demons against Bob Rhoda, but that was a Screamer Star and not a replica like this. So we'll see how he has to do against this one. It's a really big deal, actually, that right now John was able to force Nick to take top turn.
Go ahead, first turn.
So that, I mean, the second turn is going to be a really big advantage on John's favor. With the way that this matchup works out, if John is able to just deny and wait till the end of the game to be able to control or contest, he's really going to be in a better position.
Hold on, does Nick need a drink?
It's going to force Nick to be really
water?
much more aggressive or get some good luck in order to have this happen. But the powers are pretty even on both sides. They both got a lot of what they wanted, so it's a good. It's not too one-sided.
That's Psychic Shriek.
It'll be interesting to see how this turns out.
All right, Nick, I don't know what your army is, so please explain this to me. I don't see Nightbringer or Titty Tyrant, so please explain to me who's what.
Fateweaver?
I know that, I don't care. Where's the Lord of... Just tell me who the Lord of Change is, tart face.
Lord of Change.
So now this is a Demon Prince. It looks like a troll to me. Looks like a Warhammer
That
troll.
looks like oh, what is that, John? I'm not really sure.
Is this a Necron model? Is this a Necron? Wait a minute. Oh, this is kind of a demon model. Okay.
So I have a Demon Prince of Hell Draken troops.
Deploy.
You have nothing? Oh, you have nothing. That's right. Okay.
Okay, this is Nick's Troglodyte Tard Prince, everybody. It's actually painted and it's actually a Warhammer model, so that's a plus for Nick. This is Tall Building. Tall Building has frequently lost Nick and I games because Nick is an idiot and models it too high. It almost actually lost me a game at Torn and Fire Invitational, everybody. Because Nick's other ones are small, because Nick's Deceiver that we both really like to use is this big. But thankfully mine's smaller than his. So I just want the record to see that.
He is currently deployed. John won the roll, but him go.
Oh yeah, it's still playing, it's still bad. We have so much booze riding on this game. And like,
Nick can't afford
to lose this game.
No, Nick can't afford to have any alcohol bet on this game.
If Nick,
You don't understand. Nick owes me drinking at Adepticon, and I plan on being like.
it's okay, because listen, we're playing this for the right to be on the ETC team. I hope you're hearing that, Gagnon. The winner's on the ETC team, so.
Well, you know what? If it's just you and not Nick, and not both of you guys together, I think we'll be all right.
Look how nervous he is. Because if I lose, oh, Nick's better than me. If Nick loses, oh gosh. I rolled better power. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll the Warp Storm every single turn and force a double 1. Uh-huh. I'd say mine are better than his. I got 2 4 warnings. He didn't get any. On 2 different creatures, which is big. Our gifts are about the same. Nick copied off of me. Rolled on bio as well. He actually copied me on bio on the sorcerer. I did it first. No, he did. We both did the same thing, which was the right play. So, Plague Bear's walking on. Helldrake does it. The Helldrake pleases. Horrors are deep striking.
Hey, Nick Nanavati,
Really?
he plays over at the only game in town in New Jersey. It's called Toget, for those of you who know.
Copy off.
If you're anywhere near Somerville, New
Exactly.
Jersey, and you want to get a game in, you can check it out on this website here. And that's where he's coming from.
All right. Hold me 48-inch range. Hold me 48-inch range for... Yo. Hold me 48-inch range to there.
What do you want?
Move. Put it over the bastion.
Let go of your
The
edge.
corner. You did a real good paint job on that bastion, by the way. I just want to tell you.
Thanks, it's not mine.
Are you even bringing your own bastion to Adepticon?
Yeah, I'm gonna demonify a bash and make it super pretty.
You won't have time. You'll drink too much. All right. Oh, shut up. Don't judge me. All right. Sorcerer and Cultist are starting in the bastion. Let me know if you can't. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. Yeah, as long as part of it is, why can't you start in it? No? Oh,
So John's terrible and can't deploy a bastion properly.
really? Since it matters so much in this match.
John is bottom of the turn.
Yeah.
He had a couple full warnings with Myron arm.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
I'm better.
Good play, Beast.
Let it be known, Internet, that if I manage to win this mirror, when John clearly just has better things than I do, I'm just better.
Let it be known that if you lose this mirror, you lose all right to ever claim this list. Because John Parsons clearly usurped you, and he is the one and only Highlander. However, if you do win, you still have to free him.
No, if Nick wins, then Nick's Nick, so Nick deserved to win. There's literally no win for Nick. Here, give me this prince. Give me 48 of this prince.
John, where are your objectives?
Is that 48 of that prince? Okay.
John, where's your objectives?
Huh?
Where's your objectives?
Here, hold on. Just give me one of your dice. Give me 48 of that prince again. I mean, I don't think you're gonna be stupid enough to do that, but maybe you would.
I deployed like you were gonna come over there and seize on me, alright? You gotta be aware of these things.
I don't want to go second. I'll dance with you all game.
I know.
I play this list more conservatively than you do.
I know, which is why you're bad at it. You gotta know when to charge.
Yeah? How'd that do a torn of fire, huh? How'd you do a torn of...
Plague drones. You lost because you didn't know when to charge. You would have won that game.
No, I would have won that game if I would have grimmed right. I charged at the right time. I didn't grim at the right time.
Throwing Fateweaver in that combat turn 1 and 1.
I disagree with
We
you.
went through this.
Oh, that's right. You were right. Never mind. All right, deep strike. Well, walk on. Deep strike.
Was it Demon's Deep Strike Play Bears Walk?
Yes, sir.
Where Dim Cultists at?
Dumb cultist right there because I deployed wrong.
Yeah. You want to seize?
I'll seize if you seize.
I'll seize.
If you pay for the hotel room, I'll seize. You pay for the entire hotel room, I'll attempt to seize.
So the bottle of liquor is $25.
Yeah, the hotel room's like $1,000 or something.
Like $300.
No, it's more than that. It's
Yeah,
like a,
yeah, we'll do that deal.
you want, how bad do you want this
No,
win?
fuck you. Just fucking play the game.
Okay, you go first.
Good looking.
No. Come here. We're hugging this
We're hugging
out.
this out.
Come on, man.
Camera, I need the camera.
Camera.
Sit around.
All right, let's go.
Grimoire Lord of Change. You see that? You see that? Failed Lord of Grimoire. Grimoire Lord of Change. Okay.
Why don't you have to cast your powers first that you don't want to cast?
Anytime means anytime.
Oh, that's true.
Precog.
Failed.
We said it in perils.
It's pretty glorious, actually. How many people are watching?
Iron on Fateweaver.
Failed. Damn.
+1.
So let me know how many warp treasures you counted. I mean, you know what you're doing.
Iron Arm on Throg. +1.
I thought Throg was the Lord of Change. Okay.
Alright.
Hey, they don't have auto guns, by the way.
Who? What?
They have no upgrades.
Okay, I figured.
Can you give the Chaos Sorcerer a bolt gun? I might.
Don't give him a bolt gun.
Grounding shot. It would be good in this match.
I like my 4 sacks. I almost killed a Wraith tonight once.
I-
Do they all have Flicker Fire?
Yeah. I don't think we have a Chaos Space Marine Codex here.
Yeah, sit back. Okay, so after the first was
I'm out of
20,
48
23 minutes, now the game is going to start. So with these two armies, they got a lot of bookwork in the beginning,
I know.
and now this is what we're looking at.
Absolutely, especially with these two, there's half bookwork, half goofing around, as you guys can obviously tell. So
Yeah, it's going to be a fun match.
it's going to be an
I don't
entertaining
want to
game.
make a mistake.
There's a lot on the ropes here, because if John's able to beat Nick will never ever live it down. He's the author of the list. He's the guy that came up with it. He's on Team America, and despite the fact that John has bottom of turn and all of the good powers, if he's able to pull out the win, which he straight up he should. It's the same exact army. It's a mirror match, but all the random stuff went in John's favor. Nick has some good powers,
I've had dreams about
Let me squeeze my fat foot out.
but if he's able to get that in there, I mean, it's going to be funny to watch.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, this is going to be a fun game in general, but it's definitely going to. It's anytime you see John Parsons and Nick Nanavati in the same area together. If John wins this game, I think it might make Nanavati quit Warhammer.
It's going to be a fun time. Yeah.
Well, if we have line of sight issues,
Either way it happens, it's going to be a good time.
Absolutely.
So for all of you at home watching, if you this is something worth looking at this time.
You're not going to active judge us, are you? He cheats. He's going to give something he will not die. Like, oh, wait, there's no soul grinders here. How many of your... Wait, do you actually have a motto where they will not die besides a Drake?
Throg.
Can't even cheat. I'm going to go in the chat and tell everybody Nick and I are playing.
I already did that.
Did you?
Someone did. I couldn't have just passed precog.
Aww. Who got precog again? The Lord of Change, right? I'd rather have a 2+ invulnerable, but that's just me.
Well, that's because you're bad. They don't understand tactics.
Are you going to drink yourself into depression if you lose?
Probably.
Okay, good. You can't die, though. I need a roommate for Adepticon.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
1 second.
3 up invul, rerolls 1s, 4 feeling pain, 6 wounds. No, 5 wounds. I think plus 2 wounds.
What is a 3-up invuln?
What is change right now?
How does he have a 3-up invuln?
Roll Grim Ball.
Oh, you Grim the Lord Change? That's right. It's not rerollable. You didn't precog.
No, I said reroll 1s.
Oh. I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know.
Something that's important to note here. You can see some small thing that I've noticed is a real difference between good players and bad players is pre-measuring, and it really does make a huge difference in the game. You can see Nick's pre-measuring out every single move he's making, so that he's just outside of range of the things he needs to be, and yet still close enough to do what he needs to do. So as a small thing for anybody that's trying to improve their game, a little thing that you can do to help your game out is to just pre-measure everything. Even if you're not going to be using it, just pre-measure. It was so good that it was considered cheating in past editions. But now that you can use it, take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the big things about pre-measuring, especially, I feel like this army more so than any other army, or more so than most other armies, really needs to. It's a very much to the inches game kind of game, or to the half inch. Like you need to make sure that your demon princes are safe. If they don't, if you have a guy that's out there without Grim, he needs to be safe from every single angle.
Right.
Because demon princes are great, but they are actually they're somewhat vulnerable as far as monstrous creatures go. So you really need to make sure that they're safe and able to do what they need to do at the end of the game.
And even more fundamental than that. I mean, I preach this a lot at the store here, but not being shot at is a better defense than anything else. So if you're out of range by ½ inch, and therefore you don't get shot at by 12 strength 6 shots, even if they're 12, I mean, even if it's a squad of cultists, you know, not getting shot at by 10 cultists is better than getting shot at by 10 cultists.
Absolutely.
Even if you're a demon prince with a 2+ cover save, rerollable. I mean, the fact that you could get a wound is worse than not being able to get one at all. For anybody that's wanting to pay attention to it here, you can go to our Facebook page, and we have our both of the lists posted up, and the ones from last game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're all typed up and ready to end up there.
Fateweaver is gonna cast.
You're gonna hide in the corniest corner of the board.
Maybe with one prince. All right, so who has what powers on them and who's on... That one's on the ground, but who has what powers on
He's
them?
on the ground, he's Grimoire. Fateweaver and Throg are Iron Arm +1 toughness, and that's all.
Oh, you gave me like 1 inch short. I was gonna try to give Fateweaver.
Oh.
Throg is just +1 toughness.
Throg is +1 toughness. So is
All right.
Fateweaver.
We're gonna cast. I'm gonna go with the Prince Robot first. He's gonna Iron Arm himself. Pass.
Something upper level stuff for some people that are watching. You can see that the prince there in the middle from Nick, he's down on the ground, and you might wonder why that would be the case, or why would you even want to try to risk that sort of thing. Everything he has can shoot in the air normally, so being in the air isn't really an advantage for him. There's only a very small difference between being in the air and being on the ground in this particular matchup for him. If he's on the ground, he cannot get shot down. So the grounding checks are not going to be an issue anymore in this one. So for what that's worth, it's a small difference, but it's one that could be the difference of a wound or not.
Absolutely.
All right. Sorcerer is going to cast Feel No Pain on... Which one is Feel No Pain? Prince Robot has Feel No Pain in Iron Arm. Fateweaver's going to throw Grim on the Lord of Change first. Well, Grim fails. Womp womp.
Something went my way.
All right, so Grim failed on Fateweaver. Or on Lord of Change, I mean, I'm sorry.
Have you watched his measuring and make sure it's legit?
He's going to cast Feel No Pain on him. Goes off. He'll cast Forewarning on himself. Shit.
Oh man, another
He'll
thing
cast
went my
Forewarning
way.
on him.
So he's forewarned. Who's Endurance?
He's Endurance
So
and
he's Endurance and
Forewarned.
forewarning. Okay.
He's 4+, and he has... Doesn't have anything right now.
Nick, how do you feel that his Dark Mechanics has quote-unquote themed army of whatever models he fucking wants?
I think it's all a bunch of bullshit. I think John's got 1 Demon Prince and the Helldrake, and the rest of his army's proxied. That Demon Prince walks.
Judge, would you like to roll on this? John, get out.
I agree. But John put some actual effort into his army.
Oh. Pretty expensive.
Where do they go?
John, they can't get in the
In the
bastion.
Bastion, why can't they?
Be holding with him too.
They're moving.
The door's over here.
Oh, damn.
And the whole unit has to be
Like
holding
that
within
guy
2 inches.
too.
Ooh, you're right, I cheated.
Stop cheating.
You're right. They were back here. I measured.
So John may, because of fantastic play here, he may just give up First Blood by accident. First because he deployed his Bastion outside of his deployment zone and then couldn't deploy in it. And then now because he put the door on the wrong side. So the cultists have to walk all the way around the outside before they can get in. And they can't get in during the shooting phase, so running is not going to help them at all. And they're going to be in prime position for that center prince to come over and just shoot him off the
Just
table.
nom him off the table. Yeah, absolutely.
And if we can switch over here now, if it comes down to it, he can win off of secondaries by having first blood. So this mistake, compounded by the fact that he put the door on the side, may lose him the game. Literally lose him the game.
It absolutely could. And I mean, let's just go ahead and say, I mean, some of you guys watching may know both of these players. I hope you do. Whoever wins this game, it's going to be hilarious for either of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a funny
bragging
time.
rights for either. It's going to be funny
Yeah.
time for probably months.
And not just between each other. All of us are going to let everybody else know.
Absolutely. We're going to absolutely let everybody know how the game went, what things happened that made that outcome possible.
Yeah, and Nick and John, if you guys are watching this after the fact, I will hound either one of you for losing this game, just so you know.
Yeah, we will say that right now.
You are a tactical genius, John.
I don't need to be.
No one can ever be better than you. Internet, in case you think I'm just talking trash,
He
John's
is.
one of my really good friends.
He is.
So it's okay that I'm saying this shit to him because he's a
Oh, it's
scumbag.
glorious. All
So
right.
before I hear you guys whining, this is cool.
He's a dick. How many wounds is your grounded? How many times can you roll twos?
Glorious.
How many? Does he have +1 wound and will not die?
No,
What
he
does
has
he have?
4 Feel No Pain.
That's it? Who gets
And-
4 feel no pain?
He has 4 Feel No Pain and Grimoire. If I had gotten forewarning, I'd feel so much better about this game. Sad.
Prince Robot, where are you, Prince Robot? Who's Grim? You have Portal. Here, hold this for 48. Do me a favor, hold that over his base. Okay. Now let's see if I can actually place a Prince back there.
He can't. I don't think.
Can.
Can you? Oh, okay. Looks smaller.
Barely.
If
Barely.
you're good, you're good.
Yep. So I can place one back there. Oh, I don't have a agree roll. What's that one have?
This one?
Yeah.
+1 wound will not die. Grimoire, Shriek, Iron Arm, Flicker Fire.
I think I have to remove these guys, because then you're gonna die with a Helldrake. That's not good. Yeah, sorry.
John has 5 units and he can't take his movement phase in under 10 minutes. Ah, the slow play.
Shut up.
It's good you thought about that. I was about to
He is
first wonder-
actually correct. 5 minutes has gone by for Parsons deciding what he's going to do before moving anybody.
Oh, can't believe I freaking whiffed that. All right.
Pro plays.
Do you want to go to so we can see him?
In the air. No, he's in the air. That one doesn't feel no pain, does it?
No, +1 wound, +1 toughness.
Put it over his base. All right, so you're out. Got a 36 for all these guys. Damn it, did you measure out at 36? Wait, it doesn't even matter. I don't have anything that could do anything cool. Damn. Filled my Grim, Nick.
Walking or flying?
Let's see if I could do anything. You have 4+ fuel paint on him too?
Yeah.
Oh. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna walk him. I'm gonna land him up here. Different level. You have.
Which one's Grimoire?
You can fly off the table. Then Whip Storm.
4.
What's 4 again?
-1.
Bad.
Well,
Whip Storm again.
it does nothing.
Oh,
Oh, no, we both have sorcerers.
Oh, shit.
I have a sorcerer.
So it's yours. So take a 3d6.
Fateweaver reroll. Wins.
Oh!
He almost walked out on first blood.
I would have been so mad. My entire game plan revolves around first blood. That's
Go
what you
ahead.
get for playing by the rules.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I know first blood wins. No, not necessarily.
Sorcerer lives. Would it be first blood?
Whoever gets
So
first blood,
Just
the
so y'all
other
know what
person's
happened
gotta
there,
go balls to the wall.
Nick
Balls to the wall,
almost
aggressive
lost
to
first
win.
blood
Bars.
off of the Warp Storm table. It rolled an 11 to
Hi.
roll 3d6 to get a Psyker down. And because Nick had his Sorcerer on the table, he rolled 3d6 and he got a 12, which would have killed him,
roll
taking out both of his wounds.
ever.
But with Fateweaver's reroll, he rerolled
I'm
a
actually
6 to a
not
4
complaining
and
about
just
that.
barely kept him alive. That would have been first blood, which is a huge part of Nick's game, and would have given the advantage even more to Parsons.
Nick even said the whole game plan is first blood.
And yeah, something that Nick was mentioning, and we had talked about, being that he has top of turn. First blood is a big issue for him. If we look back at the missions here, if he can tie out on primary and either by getting kill points and then losing objectives because he has top of turn, it's going to come down to secondaries, and secondaries ultimately, well, for the most part, comes down to first blood.
Absolutely, and because like we were saying earlier, and like everybody knows, Slay the Warlord and Linebreaker are both possible. In this matchup, Warlord is it can be very difficult to get, but the Linebreaker, especially with Demons, is super easy.
Yeah.
And then you have like you said, the First Blood.
Yeah, first blood can be the game for both these players. So the fact that almost happened is kind of silly, and it's Nick is lucky that he was able to get that off.
Yeah, exactly. And that was from the Warp Storm. Was that
That was from Warp
table?
Storm table, yep. He rolled a 4 and then re-rolled it with Fateweaver and got an 11.
Yep.
Nick's not used to that happening because, as he said in the interview, he usually plays with the Demon Prince, which is not a Psyker. But now that he's playing with the Sorcerer, it's also a Psyker, and now that can hurt him now. Right. It couldn't in the past, so he didn't think it affected him, but now it can.
And what do you think the thoughts are behind the change?
Well, he was saying that the thoughts are, for a points difference, he was trying to get enough things on the table that he wouldn't automatically lose to Vesta Star.
Okay.
So you guys can check that out in the interview, but he talked all about why he was switching over the points and the army this that way.
Okay.
No, 4+ rerollable. I got rerollable on him. He's got a 4+ rerollable invul, and he has a 3+ save too, actually. And he has.
So you actually have to take that.
Huh?
You actually have to take that over the 4+ rerollable.
I know.
But, all right.
Which kind of sucks, but
All right, let's start with this.
3+ reroll ones isn't terrible either.
Precog. Passed. Grimoire. Grimoire. Passed. The Lord of Change cast precog on himself.
I guess. You.
No, I'm telling the internet. Iron Arm. Pass, because I'm Zinch. +2.
Yep.
Iron Arm for Fateweaver. Passed. +2.
It's annoying.
Yeah, sorry.
The endless chat is destroying me mercilessly right now.
Why, for sucking?
Yeah. How many people are watching?
John, I'm gonna move these trees for a second.
Damn cheating, Nick. That's it? Yeah, I'm talking to all of them too.
You have no precog anywhere, right?
No. I guess First Blood's gonna win this game. That's annoying.
You cannot vector strike him.
Thank you. You're not within. You're within 36. You're not within 30. Or, never mind.
I don't know what you're saying. Plus 2.
1,700 people. I heard they only got one king bed. That's not great. We make it work. We do it at AC all the time. We get like one king bed for 6 people. I mean, like I heard they only got one king bed for their room.
Would you like this camera to be?
That's fine.
Yeah, there's people watching. They're making fun of me. I'm getting criticized pretty mercilessly for my mistakes. I screwed up so bad, though. I can't believe I did that. Yeah. I'm so bad at this game.
See, that's why you magnetize your Bastion. I love how all of his fireworks are all facing your table.
What?
All your fireworks are facing you.
John, you flew off. Building flew off.
I didn't even pay attention on how I did this. I'm gonna rip this off and put this opposite of the. I bought it like this. I didn't build it like this. You what?
He doesn't have will not die, right? He does not.
Unless he's a soul grinder.
All right.
Thank God. Can I land on target?
Fly off, actually.
You don't want to give up first blood? Did you Grim? Take off.
Yeah. I
First
used my
roll
reroll
or
for it,
second?
though. Huh?
Did you burn your reroll for it? Oh. You didn't fail Grim first turn.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it mattered first turn.
No, but I could have been a little more aggressive had I not failed the Grim.
That's true.
I would have been a lot more aggressive, actually, had I not
Warp
failed the Grim.
Storm.
You gonna re-roll it?
You have 3 characters. I have 2 characters.
No, 1, 2.
3.
Yeah, and you have 2.
You have 3. I have 2. He is feeling pain.
He is feeling no pain. And
This is a real tough call for Nick because he could, with the Warp Storm table, it looks like he rolled a 3 there. He could really easily kill one of his own characters in this move, and it's all about first blood. He could kill Nick's, he can kill John's as well. The fact that he could lose his own right here is kind of a scary thing. Let's see what he calls.
So the main thing is here that he's trying to. He's deciding whether or not to use that reroll. Is what's going on.
That's right. Yeah, he's discussing whether or not he wants to try that.
Character takes a demonic instability test.
So he could select his own, and he could select one of his opponents. It's close to see here.
Wait, no, it's randomly. I can't take demonic instability test on you. So I have 2 to 3.
Let's see what he decides.
Oh, you puss.
He's re-rolling it. Okay, close. it would have been tough.
Okay. All right. Good thing I rerolled.
It was yours, yeah.
Slanish is angry.
Damn.
All right. He's on the ground.
He's in the ground. He's in the air.
He's in the air. The cultist now. Fateweaver. This guy takes 3, strain 6. 1 armor save. Okay. Run.
You big baby. We're playing. We're playing the. Wow. First blood changes. Whoever gets first blood, they can just run away the rest of the game.
Welcome to a mirror match where both armies don't play the game until turn 5 anyway.
Why? I thought they just wanted to start turn 5.
Just started.
No, because it's his.
I need to
it's my
make John
advantage
fuck
if I
up
do.
first. Flicker fire that guy.
Once he gets first blood,
Goes off.
he just gets fast forward.
Deny.
Flicker fire again. Goes off.
Hold
Who?
on.
Top 2.
Is this your last thing to do this turn?
Runnings maybe. Could fire the heavy bolter. Fateweaver.
Deny.
Take your turn.
You done?
Done.
Here, let's get dice to mark turns. Put it in the middle.
I mean, all right. I don't think we're gonna forget what turn it is.
Alright, just helps us see it.
But okay.
Sorcerer.
You can't see him.
What?
Thank you.
You don't think you can see him? I can see him.
Jesse, tell me if the sorcerer.
So
I played it wrong.
John's got the pro plays again. His sorcerer is required in order to give his prince the buffs that he needs in order to engage right now. Nick's flown out. You can see Nick's flown out to the side there in order to get himself in position to tempt John to come out and actually do something.
Right.
He's close enough to have a counter assault, so he does pose a little bit of a threat. But he's trying to get John off his game. John's game is pretty much wait till the end of the game, get the objectives, try not to give up first blood and win. But if Nick can make him do this, that's a tough spot. The funny thing is though, John's sorcerer is not in range, is not in line of sight in order to do any of the blessings to the prince, which he needs to be.
Absolutely, so far this game has been a lot about poor positioning on John Parsons' side. He, like you said, like we said earlier, he positioned his cultists to not be able to get into the bastion, also deployed the bastion so he couldn't deploy it into it.
Yep.
Now his sorcerer is completely out of line of sight of that demon machine thing.
Yep. So John is largely by his own play it impeded his ability to do anything. But with this kind of mirror match where it's mostly about the end game, it's come down a lot to the Warp Storm table, which is kind of funny. This has been game Warp Storm table so far.
Yeah.
And we'll see if that ended up having a big enough impact in the future.
I gotta do this. I gotta trade Portal for Graham. Oh, he is feeling no pain, right? Or no?
He has +1 wound and he's toughness 7.
Toughness 7. Gotta go for it. What is it, 36? Yes, I am. He'll cast Iron Arm. Shit.
Fail.
I keep failing powers. Oh, that's big though. You can't reroll your saves, and you don't have to feel no pain. All right. He'll cast. Feel no pain on these.
The cultists?
Yeah, goes off. Can he get in the Bastion first and they join him later?
What?
Can he get in the Bastion first and then they join him later on?
You can't have 2 different units embark. They'd have to embark as one. Also, they can't embark because of that
I
guy.
know they can't embark because of that guy. Genius.
Just making sure you're not dumb. Again, what you are.
Yeah, well. It's so bad.
So if only you could pre-measure in this game to make sure you don't do these things.
Yeah,
I would, you know.
So this is a fun game for anybody who's tuning in with us now. This is Team Stomping Grounds Gamecast, and we're doing an Adepticon Primer match. This is a tournament in Warhammer in Warminster, Pennsylvania at Stomping Grounds Games and Hobbies, and we're doing round 1 of the old Adepticon missions to get ready for the next one coming up. And just so everybody knows, this is a friendly match. These are 2 guys who know each other. It probably will not be G-rated. If you have children, you might not want to have them watch this now. But these guys are going to be slapstick the whole time. It's going to be a fun game.
Absolutely. Every time we turn our mic off and change the screen, we're pretty much cracking up the whole time. These guys are really funny, but also really great players. So it's a nice game to watch where you can see guys be as funny and sociable as they are, and also get really good maneuvers from at least Nanavati. Parsons has been doing
Parsons has been
making some bad moves this game.
So yeah, don't be offended or think anything ill that these guys both know each other, and so them making fun of each other is all in good sport.
Exactly.
Damn. Do you intentionally mishap a lot?
If you're gonna go for the intentional mishap, put yourself on the actual board edge, so when you make your ring on a hit, you still mishap.
Well, I wasn't necessarily going for it, but I was just going for like not being in like a place to just get fucking mauled.
Okay, John.
All right. Prince, where's my prince? Go. That's just a flicker fire on you with a 5+ deny. Fuck it, let's take my chances.
Apparently the game doesn't start till turn 5.
No, I'm going for it. I don't care. I don't want to dance. Ram onto him. You can't fucking even. Oh, I guess you could fire 360 if I went there. And you can walk on the ground. Is he on the ground?
They're both flying.
Like a 9-inch charge.
Should be further than 9, because I made you. 9 or 10. I can't really tell. Angle makes it tough to tell.
Hold it directly over. Right there. This is the furthest point in this model.
That's way past 21, so it's a 10.
10? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, I'll go to that.
No. I told John if he's going to go for it, put himself there, so if you roll a hit, your ring is off.
Yeah.
But he's dumb.
You mean John Parsons makes a
Flying over there.
Who would have thought?
He's gonna land 10 inches away.
Okay.
And you can. So we decided you can fire bastions when you're unoccupied, right? Because you claim them, right? All right.
So you guys know something that's interesting about this game here.
Go Skyfire.
Because John has bottom of the turn, his real advantage in this match. I'll switch over here to give you the mission again. His real advantage in this matchup, that's a great shot, is that he can get objectives really easily. So end of turn, you can choose to deny or claim whichever ones you want to. So he really has the advantage in second turn. What Nick has done here is he put his guys out there in sort of a precarious position, but in a threatening range, so that John has to either decide to deal with the threat next turn, and ignore them, or to engage them. So it's a really smart play by Nick, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out for John. It doesn't seem like the best play in my book, because in doing that, he has the potential to give up first blood, and if he gives up first blood, he'll also give up victory points because he'll be down by 1, and Nick has the real option to just fly off the board every single turn, and then get no kill points taken against them, have 1 kill point forward. He'll tie out on primaries because John will have the objectives, he'll have kill points, and he'll win on first blood.
Yeah, so, it may make for not a very exciting game, but this is the kind of thing that this list can do, because it's so mobile and most of its stuff is flying. It just flies. If John ends up giving up first blood and 1 victory point here, that's all Nanavati needs to win. So he can just bounce back and forth and it's a gutsy move for John trying to play it out here, but I don't think it's going to work out for him, Con.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'll work out either. It might have been a better play to wait around for. I think that was, with the stuff that he got in pregame, I think that was the better play. But it'll be interesting to see how it works out.
Absolutely, because the powers and everything that he has are not like he's got a good selection.
Yeah, he's
not a slouch in this game.
And if it does end up working out for him.
No, flicker fire for 1 then. Flicker fire for 1.
So it'll be interesting to see how it turns out for him, because, I mean, if he rolls well and gets some good luck, he'll be able to really turn the tide here, and he'll get a real solid win.
Yeah.
Can't believe I failed Grim twice.
So if that ends up working out that way for him, it could be something. But otherwise, really, what Nick is going to do here is it's a small move. It makes for a really boring game, but it's good competitive play.
Absolutely.
Nick just takes that shot, goes up on kill points, gets first blood, and then leaves the table alone. And he'll be hanging out in the back corner up here someplace and not engaging at all.
Exactly.
And John will have to get really exposed if he wants to try to come after him in order to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go back up.
Shit. Flicker fire.
Fails. Look, you can't get all the pre-game rolls and good in-game rolls. Come on.
I'm getting no in-game rolls. That's 2 Grims in a row. Oh, God.
Well, you have nothing to lose,
pass.
John. It's only me. I don't know why you're in
I know, but I still want to win. All right, precog, or not
Flicker
precog,
fire.
fire for 2.
For 1.
No, 2, you only cast 1
Misfortune
power.
and 4 pinball.
Oh, yeah, shit. That was my chance with the misfortune.
I invented his army.
All right, so 1. Pass. See if you deny.
Nope.
Think you're gonna win. No. Nothing.
I'm glad you fell for my bait. Makes me pretty happy. The toughness 7 was pretty, I don't care what you did to me.
Yeah, but with rerolls.
So it doesn't look like he's done too much here. If he manages to get a grounding check done and he happens to fail it, which is not very likely. Fateweaver gives him the rerollable 3-up. So it's not likely that he'd have to do it. And mathematically, I think it's 6 tries. You need 6 grounding checks in order to have that happen. So it's not super likely. I don't even know that he has 6 units out there to cause grounding checks.
Yeah.
If he gets in the combat first round, he'll have the bonus on attacks. And maybe his buffs will give him the advantage in combat as well. But I don't know. It's still a risky move altogether. I'm not sure that this was a smart play for him. We'll see how it turns out.
Absolutely.
Let's give you the side shot here and see what that does.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, we're gonna screw each other out of winning. Dude, if Grim would have went off, I'd have been all right.
Yeah.
And Iron Arm would have went off.
But you knew these things before you moved.
I thought I grimmed already. I thought I
let you
did.
grim in the shooting phase.
No, I thought I did. I thought I grimmed.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I know. Whatever.
It is whatever.
Yeah, you did bait me. I did take it.
Sure. John, can I have you move your dice cube? I'm gonna move your dice cube.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see here the reserves came back in. He got his Helldrake in.
Yep.
And he's got some of the other princes that come back automatically. But that gamble didn't really pay off too well for John. No real damage happened.
Yeah.
John's in a really seriously vulnerable position. He's got the Drake came in. He's going to do some vector strikes. Both the other princes are going to come in. They're going to do some damage. So it's going to be tough to see how this works out for him. I mean, if Nick gets lucky here, he can take down both of those exposed princes.
Absolutely. He can take down the princess or deal with the true. Do you know if the portglyph has gone out yet?
I haven't seen it, so I don't think that's out yet.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, dealing with those, I mean, there's just so many things that Nick can do here. He's got such an advantage at this point.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know that the port's going to be all that relevant in this mission because, like we said, the objective thing is kind of be secondary. I think Nick has already conceded that to John. Having bottom of turn, I think he's already just given up the fact that that's going to be the case.
Right.
It'd be really unlikely for him to be able to get that back.
That's actually more what I had meant for had John got the portglyph yet.
Yeah, so John had spent the portglyph. He would really have just given Nick another opportunity to get first blood and or another kill point for victory points sake. So I don't know that they both of them did choose to take it. I was a little surprised. Instead of one of the other random gifts that they got, I didn't know what they had in the first place. So maybe they got something that was useless and they felt the port would be a good last resort maybe. But the port in this game, I don't think that it was too strong of a play for either one of them.
No. I wouldn't have hit anyway. I punted this game so bad, I think. Oh, it's not good.
He's on the ground.
And there we have the confirmation from John Parsons that he punted this game so bad.
He agrees with us, yeah.
He agrees with us.
Dude, but failing 2 Grims in a row kind of blows dick.
Yeah.
And all my powers.
That really does.
And all my
your
powers.
but you failed.
I'm
failing
not
2
like
Grims is
upset
bad.
about it, but it does suck.
Failing 2 Grims is pretty bad. I could go here. This will probably get me killed.
And I thought that shriek would do it. I thought that shriek was money.
On average, you do 1 wound with Shriek.
No.
If I don't deny, if you hit,
Yeah, you're 9. Oh, look at that. Look what I would have rolled. 14. He would have died.
I mean, I got 5 invuls.
Reroll, bitch.
Oh, yeah, probably. Well,
No, wouldn't have mattered.
2 wounds, yeah, no.
Yeah, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have gone for broke like that.
So John's seeing now what we were talking about earlier, that might be a tough choice for him to have done
Absolutely.
there. The damage wasn't really worth it. It wasn't a guaranteed sort of damage. It was kind of a weaker chance at it. So if he had more of a guarantee of getting first blood, it wouldn't have been a bad move at all. But the fact that it was so unlikely for it to happen was probably what made it the poor choice to make here.
Absolutely.
We'll see how this ends up turning out for him. If Nick can pull some stuff here, he'll get the damage he needs to get the victory.
Do it. I don't want to buy Nick more alcohol. He sucks.
I don't mind. I like alcohol.
Oh, he baited me, and I took
Yeah,
the
John
bait.
fell for my bait.
Oh, I don't know why I took it. I
Grimoire
should've just
Prince out
flown
here
off
with
the
toughness.
table.
He was toughness 7, so like he wasn't gonna die, but John
you
gave
got
me his
Iron Arm
princes.
too?
Yeah. I mean, I rolled for Iron Arm. That's what you do in the mirror.
Nick Nanavati, roll dice profit.
John rolled way better than I did in pregame. Don't even start.
Yeah, but this whole
But he
game.
did fail 2 Grimoires so far.
And like 4 powers.
Yeah, he's failed
And I
2
failed
Grimoires.
like most of my powers. I failed over half of my powers.
Rob,
No, 11.
Rob, I had a question.
What's up?
If I hop on top of his bastion, is it my bastion?
No, you have to claim it in the movement phase, I thought.
It's still unoccupied? I don't know.
strong.
I'm asking.
That would make me sad if that's true. I don't think so.
How many
though.
shrieks do you have? 2 shrieks?
Yeah, same as you. No, 3. Fateweaver has shriek.
Dick. You can challenge, not have to accept the challenge, so that's not smart.
You don't want to charge me with 2 princes?
You'll challenge me if you're
If
smart.
that bastion is unoccupied and you are on the battlements, you control it.
What? Oh,
Get
come
out of
on.
my bastion!
I heard the question up front that well, like 30
Are you
seconds later, I was like, I
kidding
already know.
me?
Get out of my
I
bastion!
hate stronghold assault.
Bitch is mine.
Oh, well, you
It looks like John just had another misplay.
No.
The Bastion and Stronghold Assault is owned by whoever has it, so he's going to be able to jump up on top there like he just did, claim that Bastion, and then be able to use the Heavy Bolter, which will automated fire at his 2 princes. So he has yet another chance to do a grounding check.
Yeah, it's really, the game's really not going in John's favor this game, both with dice rolls and just slight positioning problems. He's having an issue here.
Although the interesting thing is that neither one of these princes has actually died yet. John does still have stuff in reserves that'll be able to come in and do something.
Yeah,
So if John rolls well and Nick rolls poorly, which can happen,
absolutely.
now Nick is really exposed to a counter assault. So if it could end up working out that John gets some kind of lucky dice here and he doesn't lose a prince to get first blood, and if he doesn't lose first blood, he has a real chance to get the counter assault and then win first blood and then therefore the game himself.
Yeah,
It's all going to come down to first blood, I think, in this match.
absolutely. Like we said in the beginning.
If you embark into the building, it becomes yours again.
Oh,
A unit on the battlements will take control of it, but a unit on the battlements does not hold it. If a unit embarks into the bastion, it immediately becomes occupied by whatever embarks in it.
So he can embark the cultists, and I can be on top at the same
Yes.
time? Okay.
Alright, that's fine. It's not as bad though.
Flicker fire. Goes off.
On what?
The Lord change there.
Yes. Alright.
Flicker fire. Shriek. Flicker. Shriek. Passes.
Nothing there.
You need 12? You want 12?
Yeah.
Here. That's 12.
Give me as many demonesses as you can.
Here, hold this over your thing. Hold it over the maul. No,
No, it's from the base.
no, it's not. It's from the gun.
It's totally from the base.
It's from the gun.
No, it's not.
It's from the gun.
you
Don't be bad. Yes, you're so bad at this game.
I don't think so.
Rob, tell him it's from the gun. What?
You are such a
No.
cheater.
Oh, I've been cheating a lot
Such a
then.
cheater. As many guys as I can get.
No shit, idiot. 6.
5. Is that a warp storm this turn?
No.
No effect.
Pussy.
Run. Run.
Cook and Carter are critiquing our game right now. Like they're like from the base. Thanks, Kurt. Thanks, Cook. What do you have left?
What I was just saying while we were off mic, Nick's playing. At least a couple times I've seen Nick play this list. He usually plays it a lot more reserved than he's playing, and that's, I feel like it's partially because he knows that what John had done and the couple things that he messed up on, but it's also that. That's what he has to do in this matchup, like I mentioned earlier, and that's what I was just noticing was how much more aggressively he's playing. Because we were looking at the map, and it goes, where's my hand? I want to see my hand. So it was like turn 1 for him, and then turn 2, and then turn 3 down here, versus Parsons, which was where's my hand? Hand, got it. His turns 1, 2, and will be 3 are all right in this area here.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, in past games that we've seen Nick play, he's usually really, really passive in the game. He's really pulled back to reserve. But in this particular mission, like we said, it needs to be, because he has top of turn, he needs to put on the pressure.
Exactly.
And the fact that he was able to bait him out on turn 2 is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you need force. Are you smashing or no?
No.
Yeah.
Precog.
Didn't help much.
Three wounds. I have a staff.
Damn. I don't get a save, do I?
You get a 6 up, 6 up,
Yeah.
5 up. Takes 2. He's down to 1.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll reroll 1.
Reroll Fateweaver. Takes 2. He's down to 1.
All right, so I get my attacks. I get 5. 3. How many did you do? You did 2.
I did 2 wounds to you. No wounds.
No, shit.
You have no staff. That's why you need staff.
So this is a big deal here. So if Nick can end up doing this damage here, this is going to be the turning
All
point
right,
in
my
the game.
turn.
Let's see how this turns out.
It goes through. You're fine.
Yeah, you should have rolled that, though. You want to roll it?
That's fine.
All right. My turn.
Your turn.
Powers.
So it looks like Nick was not able to do enough damage to either one of those princes to get this
How
to
do you get
happen.
first blood
So
off of this?
like John just said, he has a serious chance to get first blood on this one, because he's got rear arc on the Helldrake, which is going to be really exposed. The thing is, he can't turn around and be flying, so he would be snap firing at the rear.
Yeah.
But if he has any of the princes coming in, they can vector strike him. at strength 7 and do some damage that way. I don't know if they'll be able to get all 3 hull points, but it certainly is an option.
Absolutely.
I mean, he does have the chance to be able to turn the one up further in the middle of the table there. He has a chance to turn that one to the side, and then since it's a monster creature, it doesn't have any sort of particular arc to fire at. He can choose any direction, so he can shoot like Flicker Flyer into the back of that, and has a solid chance to get through it there and take it down.
All right, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go for this. All right, I'm gonna grim you. What you got? What's your save normally?
3 up, 5 up, reroll 1s.
So I'll give you a 6 up. All right, Misfortune went off.
Did you even cast it?
No, I didn't cast it.
You were deciding what you want to cast
Sorry.
on.
I'm gonna Misfortune you.
Okay. Goes through.
No, it denies.
Oh no, I'm a psyker. Yeah, denied. Yeah, thank you. I thought you were doing the Drake.
No.
Yeah.
4+ save on him.
Okay.
No. I'll fucking die anyway. Maybe not. I'll 4+ save himself. Maybe he'll live. He's off.
So he's got a 5 up save. Unless you grim him.
Oh, you grimmed him?
Well, I grimmed you.
I thought Grim goes away. Oh, shit. Hold on. That's just a 5+. I don't want to do it.
I mean, you could bring yourself to a 5 up and then grimoire yourself to a 3 up.
I don't care about that.
You could do that.
No, I'll do it on him.
You're gonna forewarn him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No feel no pain, that unit.
Okay. Which unit is that?
Sorcerer's no feel no pain.
The Demon Prince?
Yeah, Demon Prince.
Which one's that grimoire?
That's Grim. Did you get Yeah. I'm gonna fly Fateweaver on.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they do. He's
Yeah.
Who said that?
All right, these are all going in here.
Okay.
He's not in the air, right?
He's in the air.
Huh?
He is in the air.
That's fine. I'm gonna Skyfire with everybody probably.
Okay. Is Fateweaver on the ground?
Oh,
Or is he flying like
an
that?
Iron Arm? No, he's flying on. Iron Arm goes off. +3.
Yep.
How do you search on the iPad?
No, Fateweaver's in the air. And I'm grimming him.
Okay.
All within 6. All right. The Drake and the Plague Bearers. No.
That was an order.
I know. I'm doing it in
I don't
terrible
care.
order.
It's fine.
I don't really care. Like playing you, I'm definitely
fine.
half-assing this.
His wing can't be off.
I'm going for him.
Okay.
All right. So, Vector Strike first. 4. And remember, I grimmed him.
Toughness 8. 1 wound.
What'd you do?
No, that wasn't a reroll.
Huh?
I don't know why I did that. He takes a wound.
All right.
Takes a wound.
Here, you want to get, so you've 4 left?
4 left.
All right.
Do it.
Warp Storm. Oh shit, hold on,
I'm more worried
actually.
about your legs now.
Forgot to move, I'm moving.
That's fine.
Dude, I'm playing so like, I don't know, against you, like, I know it's tournament, yada yada.
Yo,
but,
take a step back and play. Think about it for a minute.
Alright,
What alternative model is that, sir?
it's Iron Brotherhood. It's pretty cool models, actually. Warp Storm.
Did anybody got
Corn. No.
He's gonna have it right here with the health.
Take it on your sword.
Oh no. Wait, he's not on the table. I didn't have to take it that one turn.
Isn't he still kind of
He's not on the table. He's in a transport vehicle. Model on the table takes a hit.
Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's Warp Storm.
It's Warp Storm. But It says a model on the board.
All right, so right now what they're discussing here is that he just had a warp storm effect, and they're trying to take it on his. John's trying to have him take it on his sorcerer, but the sorcerer's in the bastion, so they're discussing the rules on this.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You didn't. I would have given him back to you, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would have changed everything.
You can't take a leadership check in a vehicle.
Yeah.
Same thing with case of point 2.
All right. He'll psychic shriek first onto him.
Okay.
Passes.
Goes through. Roll to hit me.
Yeah.
Enemy side. Without demonic instability.
Keep it.
14.
So that's 6 or 5.
5.
Yep. 6 plus save.
You would have 1 wound left.
If you know, you'll be dead. You have 4. You suffered 1 from the.
Oh, he did 1. Fuck. All right,
So
Fateweaver reroll. I got it.
Yep. First blood.
And John Parsons with the
well.
first blood.
14 on 3 dice, my ass.
How did you not get first blood there?
I didn't
Did
kill
you
him.
not fail Grim?
You know, he grimmed. I rolled a
I
lot.
didn't him.
I
It
got
was 6
lucky.
of save. He rolled 3 denies, and it happens.
Yeah.
I can still do this though. It's actually okay. Oh, that's a lot harder actually.
Now I'm gonna run like a bitch the rest of the game. I mean, I got your.
So right there,
grim,
that first blood is going to be a big deal for John Parsons because he can now the favor turns back to him. He has victory points right now. He has the bottom turn in order to get the objectives.
Yeah.
And now the first blood. Now if he can tie out, if he ties out on victory points or objectives, he'll win on the first blood.
Absolutely.
So that's why Nick tried so hard to get that, and it ended up not working out for him. But it would have been better if he had been able to get that.
Yeah, now John's at the advantage because he's got the first blood, which also means he has a victory point, so he could technically win on majors there.
Right. Yeah, and he's got more power over there right now. If he can take down that Helldrake, he's going to be in a real positive spot.
Yeah, so it goes from sloppy play to it. He actually just, I mean, the roll on that Psychic Shriek was also huge. Getting 14 on that, and him failing all of his saves.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. He was flying.
Princes are looking stupid directions.
Got it.
Go ahead. Yeah, this is your 3, right?
This is your bottom of 3. It's about to be my 4.
Holy shit. All right, what units didn't come in?
My army's on board. We have to fight that combat.
Oh yeah, let's not forget that. So 5.
Time. Precog.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead.
Precog. 3 wounds.
No, I didn't fucking, no.
You live.
No, I didn't, no.
Yeah, 'cause you fall.
Oh, that would have been, I should have, now it's, hindsight's a bitch.
Yeah.
But no feel, no pain, no it will not die, you got it. But I get my attacks back.
Yeah.
Oh, do I smash? No, I'm gonna see how many wounds I can do to you. 4 hit. Just going for broke now. 2.
He's fine.
Okay.
These
are all in the air.
He's dead, and I move 1 inch.
You guys should pop a big flash screen up.
We gotta take him.
So that's another monster creatures down. So they traded creatures, but in the same turn, but not in the right phase. Nick did not get first blood with that, although now he ties up on the kill points. So right now you can see that John has the advantage for objectives, though does not have them. Kill points is even at 1-1, and John Parsons has first blood for the secondary objectives.
And at the moment, even though it won't matter until much later, Nick Nanavati does indeed have line breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn, it's your 4.
You got first blood?
Got it. Lucky shit.
And so we're going into top of 4 now. And for anybody who's just joining up and watching us now, we are at Stomping Grounds Games and Hobbies in Warminster, Pennsylvania. This is our Adepticon preparation tournament, and we have 24 people here today playing out. And what you're watching right now is round 2 at the top table, and it is Nick Nanavati versus John Parsons. There's about an hour and 10 minutes left, which they're just asking if you want to tell them. and John Parsons has bottom of turn, so he has the advantage in this matchup. And Nick Nanavati just lost his Grim Prince and gave up first blood in doing so.
Yeah, which is really pain. Which is like it's a triple threat pain for him, because in losing that Demon Prince, he lost power. He lost his Grimoire, and he lost that first blood. So John has a victory point, and he has first blood. He's tied for victory points, but that first blood may end up is likely what this game is going to come down to.
Right. So Nick's gonna have to pull out some good moves here, which is not unlikely for him to be able to do. But he's gonna need to pull out some major victories here in order to get this to work out for him.
All your monsters are flying, right?
Yeah, and remember, he's 4+ involved.
The 3-inch charge.
Yo. I gotta go take a Nick, do what you gotta do.
I got it.
I did.
I'm gonna sub in Nick.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
There we go.
Now, see, how do I get myself in these?
Steve Newton has now taken the place of John Parsons.
Why? He needs a bathroom break.
Because John was fucking. I know.
All right, guys. To answer Dave's question, yes, I did get my hair cut. That's why this looks like this. And thank you on the idea for the game timer. We're happy to have the addition. Also, for a momentary sub-in, we have Jesse Newton, who is the head judge. Conflict of interests, maybe. Subbing in for John Parsons because he needs to tinkle.
It does indeed. Everybody needs a bathroom break. Just usually
Once in a
you
while.
do it, but between games.
Between games, yeah. You know, during that hour lunch that we had, that probably would have been the right time to do it, John, for future efforts.
Yeah.
Did you really on Ironarm got +1 to his toughness? Did you take a wound? Yeah, double ones. He did not use his Fateweaver reroll yet?
You feel liberated not having the Grim, though?
Yeah, if I had the Grim, I'd feel still very confident. Even if I gave up first blood on the Drake, I'd still feel fine.
No, I think getting the Grim's big. So we screwed each other up because I don't think neither of us are going to max off of this.
No, but you know, for Adepticon, you only need to go 4-0 day 1. So it doesn't matter how many points you get.
That's why this list is perfect for Adepticon. I can mine her every game. We both can mine her every game.
I understand. You know, it is a little difficult with our format, only because, you know, since we're doing only a single-day tournament with 24 players.
If we 3-0, someone else will screw up. I mean, if they could draw out or...
Correct. The problem is, not theoretically...
So Nick is going real dangerous with this here. He's going into hover mode with that Helldrake. So he's close enough he can get charged by anything now without any kind of trouble. Ballsy move, but like we said, he needs to make some kind of real big plays in order to have this work for him.
Yeah, this does need to be an aggressive move. So putting the Helldrake in hover does give him the option to also not have to just fly. I think in the position it was going to have to fly off.
Right.
So it gives him the option to maneuver a lot more and be able to throw down some of the Veil Flamer and try to eliminate some options.
It does look like he also gave up being able to vector strike with that, which is not really that terrible an idea, but it is something that could have done some damage to his prince over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looked like Nick is going for a real kill the troop sort of game, which you can see he needs to do now. Right, his initial game plan was starting off at get victory points. There we go. He's really trying to get victory points for the primary objective and get first blood for the secondary objective in order to win the game on secondaries.
Yep.
But now that he's lost first blood and he's losing the kill point match, his real chance is to try to go for the primary objectives and get those. But in order to do that with first turn, he needs to be in a pronounced position to be able to get that done. So you can see now he's trying to hunt the troops in whatever way he can.
What are your objectives?
Fady's flying off. John.
So you can't charge. So say I would have put Fateweaver up here. You can't charge up here, right?
Huh? Warp Storm. Warp Storm. +1 invul for demons.
Oh, that's actually good.
It's good for you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They might live now. They feel no pain.
Run.
They have a 4+5 close. Oh, you fuck.
Run.
Did you decide not to run him?
He did run.
Oh, you did? How far did you get?
5.
What?
5.
I missed those Marquesine's princes, man.
Marcus Lanish. Dude, if I rolled a
better
2
for
and a
the
3,
air
I would have rolled a 2. That'd be a 9-inch run. It'd be like here.
I missed the Marquesine's princes, or the Marcus Slush, but when I have the Marcus Slush ones, I miss the Marquesine's ones.
Yeah. It's actually how it is.
It's like nothing
Flamer
you
into
can
your
do.
Bastion. How does this work? D6?
I believe it is D6 for flaming into the Bastion.
I think you're right. Go for it.
Roll an additional D6 just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side.
So
Okay.
5 and then 1. But the first
But I believe
5.
it is only
First 5 kill 5 cultists. Or a sorcerer if you want. Alright. Assault phase. Loader change will charge. Makes it on a 4.
Sure.
Just set me up so I'm not crushing your dudes.
I have your Robocop.
You can fly. You don't have to charge the closest one. You can run in.
I do, but I'm, yeah.
So
wherever I
you're
would
right here then.
be. Okay,
So
sure. Yeah, wherever I would be. 1 armor save.
You're right there. Actually, so the closest where you could stand would be right there. Does that matter?
It doesn't matter.
1 armor save?
1 armor save. I'll smash. No, you go first. Before I declare from smashing.
I have your rulebook, John.
I'm gonna issue it. Oh shit! I didn't. All right, my character's somewhere in there. I didn't dedicate because it was bad.
So I would actually be here. How many guys do you have fighting? And also, I'm gonna issue a challenge.
I'll accept.
All right. So do your character.
All right. Let's say this is a headless.
Set me up in there. But yeah, so you accept the challenge.
So we got an hour left. In this combat here, you can see Nick has charged in and he's declared a challenge, which some people might think is a bit of a strange thing to do. If you want to wipe the squad, you kill as many people as you can. But what's really smart, you can see, is Nick decided to smash, and he decided to issue a challenge. Counterintuitive to a lot of people, but the smash cuts his attacks in half.
Right.
Obviously, there's no benefit in him smashing. He's strength 6. We'll be winning them on 2s anyway.
Absolutely.
But what it does is it gives him to have a chance to have that guy survive. He wants to do the least amount of damage as possible in this scenario so that he stays in combat. You can't shoot, again, you can't kill what you can't shoot. And so if he's stuck in combat, he can't be shot at. The only way you can get to him is by trying to charge him. And at that point, anybody that charges him really runs the risk of having a really bad demonic instability check. He can kill off 5 or 6 of the little guys, and then anybody that's there and he's a big fella, any of the princes that were to join in, they'd have to take a demonic instability on a fairly low leadership test.
Right.
So it might seem counterintuitive that Nick would want to not kill as much as he could, especially being that we're getting later on in the game, but it's really not a bad play.
Absolutely, and I mean, there's a lot of times when you have to do stuff like that where you'll try to charge a vulnerable or weak unit into a combat that it should win and issue a challenge so that hopefully you don't damage.
Right.
So hopefully you don't damage that that guy that you're trying to challenge and you don't kill him, or you kill him but you're still in the combat.
Right.
And
he still runs the risk of having him break leadership test anyway.
Right.
But
it increases the chances of him staying in that combat and being invulnerable to any shooting.
Right.
Like you said earlier, better not get shot at even by 5 cultists than, get shot at by 5 cultists.
The best defense is to not get shot at.
I thought the best defense was a good offense.
Yeah, not in Warhammer.
Or the other way around.
Yeah, not in Warhammer. People think so, but it's not the case in Warhammer.
John's been like 6 mastery levels over every second phase. Shut up. He's like, this guy's gonna Iron Arm for Warn, Flicker Fire for 3, Psychic Shriek, Invisible. John,
Whatever
level
makes you
3.
feel better, Brown.
But more importantly, at the end of the day, John did indeed get first blood.
You're 21 away.
Okay,
I
so
moved
9.
him. No, you're not. You're further back. You're 21 away.
So it's a 9-inch charge. Are you 9 from the objective?
Might be.
All that matters is if you're 9 from the objective.
Now I am, but it's an 8-inch charge.
Okay, so 8-inch charge, you're 9 from the
He's going to feel no pain.
This is his top of. No, it's bottom 4. He's bottom 4.
All right. Psychic powers first, actually.
Yeah.
He's going to. Iron Arm. They're Iron Brotherhood too. And then there's horror models I have that are pretty cool. I'm going to. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna Iron Arm him. Goes off. 3 again. I'll Grim him. Fails, reroll.
3rd time.
Can you draw Psychic?
Yeah. This is base. Okay. He's gonna forewarning him.
12-inch range.
Forewarning's only 12.
Cheaty face number 5.
Now, what you said this charge was a 10?
10.
John's good at this game, but Nick's trying really, really hard to lose. He's like trying to lose. Like,
I mean, I gave him 2nd turn. I gave him my Grimoire Prince and First Blood. What more does he need?
to learn how to, passing Grimoire.
Passing Grimoire. All right.
3 turns in a row?
No, not in a row, but yes.
Yeah, no, I grimmed you.
The one turn it didn't, he grimmed me. So. Which you probably wouldn't have thought of if I didn't do it to you a minute ago.
I know, right? That's the best part.
I taught him like so many things, and then he's done to me the turn after. It's ridiculous.
And more importantly, he's done it the turn after, and unlike Nick, he's capitalized.
At this point, Nick's just reacting and it's putting him at a huge disadvantage.
The problem is Nick is just reacting, even though Nick is going first. He's playing an entire turn behind in reactionary stance. He should be setting the pace and forcing John to react, but instead, he's doing everything he can to lose and react in turn.
I enjoy reacting. I can't fuck up. I just wait for my
What
opponent.
do you think I do? What do you think?
Reacting is way better than being the aggressor. See, look at John. He's fucking got me beat hands down. He's fucking
I know
frustrated.
exactly what he's doing. No, I still have a shot because I went second.
You still have a shot because you went 2nd.
If
He's
he went
kicking my
first, it would be
ass.
over. If he would be first, it would be over.
You know, when he doesn't kill that Helldrake, it completely cooks that unit in the back.
I mean, I don't think John realizes all of his princes are looking at this side of the table and have 90-degree turn arcs.
Haven't you seen John? He doesn't give about fucking.
That's not a thing.
Actually,
I love how you cast all these powers, Thriss Perils, and then flew off. You are the genius.
I don't care against you.
What the hell is this dude doing?
Fuck. That's what I have to say about this.
Is it now?
All right. Wait a minute. I go second. Give me that. That's off the board. I don't have to worry about you tabling me. I can use all my models and not matter.
Good. All right, guys. So we have a question to anybody in chat from the head judge. He wants to know, why is it that John is feeding away units to the Helldrake for free? If anybody has any idea why John is making these plays, feel free to comment.
More importantly, the grounded Helldrake.
Yeah, the one that's on the
The one
ground.
that's, or not grounded, the one that's hovering.
Yeah, the one that he could charge if he wanted to.
Absolutely.
But he does not.
So leave your comments, questions, about that situation in the chat channel.
Wait, the Helldrake? No, like Prince. Yeah, that's right.
Just told you what you can shoot.
This one at the Prince. No.
That's some bullshit.
Okay, this over here.
Freak, okay. 6. 5 ups. 3. How many are left?
3.
Dead.
So you can see now in this match, at this bottom portion here, now after he's done the smash attack, now that it's going to be his turn in the following turn, now is when he doesn't decide to smash. He just goes straight through, kills as many as he can, and now his prince is now going to get a consolidate move and the next turn to be able to do what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. It's really a good spot for him to be in right here. Getting out in your opponent's turn is much better than getting out for the beginning of your turn is much better than getting out for your opponent's turn.
Absolutely.
If you can kill him or be freed out or massacre, result him during the bottom of his assault phase, it's the best way to go.
Right, just that's why a lot of the armies, a lot of the stars right now that are playing, like the Beast Pack, the Eldar Seer Council, and all the other things that have hit and run are so strong. Having hit and run lets you be able to hit and run out on your bottom of your opponent's turn and then shoot and go back right in.
That's right.
I mean, you obviously can't do that as much with demons, but it is always nice to have that option. That's why people kind of build it into their lists.
That's right. Yeah, and hit and run is a good way to do that voluntarily whenever you'd like to.
Yeah.
But Nick's solid play here is what allowed him to do it.
Doing the challenge and then finishing the
smash,
combat. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what made it happen there. And it's really interesting how that sets it up that way, especially against Chaos, because they have to accept the challenge.
Yep.
It gives you that opportunity to have that one sergeant to go in. So now Nick's free. He can go into the Bastion. He can smash attack the Bastion several times, reroll the penetration. He can take down John's final scoring unit and or his sorcerer in that building.
Do we know if the portaglyph has been thrown yet?
I do not believe either one of them has been thrown.
All right, we're gonna try to find that out.
Check out.
Dumb, and you can't get line breaker.
Why not?
How are you gonna get line breaker?
Run.
12-inch run and 24-inch move, and I have a
36.
12-inch deployment zone.
Oh, shit.
So as much as I hate it, I think this is the play.
You're right, I guess I can't get line breaker.
My turn.
You should fly your fucking warlord back on the table.
The goal.
Yes.
Weapons that do initial attack speed. Say I cast black. Right.
Now, I know you can attack from black spot can't generate new attacks. So say I roll, I think, a 3, so it's D3 plus 1, 4 shots. Technically, I can kill 8 models.
Precog passes.
You fail precog once.
The kill point total for what's your guys' kill point total?
3 to 1.
2 to 1. 3 to 1. 2 to 1.
No, 3. You got,
Really
no, 2 to 1. You're right. Something better than I thought it was.
What'd you get this to be for?
I think it's trash. Throw it out. Then I can go take E-Scar, though, and she's only mediocre. Her feet's alright. Mediocre.
Correct, she'd be top tier everyone else.
All of her spells are bad. For now.
So for this match, we have coming into it. This is top of turn 5 now, so this is kind of where it all is coming together. Nick has two victory points to John's 1 right now. It looks like he's going to clean up the troops there at the bottom of the table to get the second one. And so there's 2 objectives there centrally located. John doesn't really have any sort of troops to be able to go and get them. He can drop the port when he comes in from reserve to try to grab one, but he doesn't have too much of a chance. There's an objective here. Let's switch over for you. There's an objective up in the top right, 2 of them for Nick Nanavati, and so he can claim both of those. Have a good position to get objectives. He's in the position right now to have victory points. So he should have 3 at the end of this move, so he has a chance to win both objective markers and victory points in the primary to do a massacre. If John can come down, claim an objective, contest another one, and get enough kill points back, he can swing it back and forth, either to tie out on the primary, or to win the primary that way. And then even if he just ties out though, as long as he can get line breaker, he'll win on first blood again.
Yep.
So you can see here Nick is making that move to go ahead and grab that first objective there. His other cultist squad will probably likely do the same on the other way.
Absolutely.
And then he'll have both of those objectives.
Yeah, and I don't. And just so we know, neither player has dropped their portal at this point. So
they both have the option.
They both have the option to do so. Nick doesn't really need to, so he wants to keep that out as far as kill points are concerned. And John's not going after those 2 troops, so Nick pretty much has those top 2 objectives.
That's right. And he's forced John to go ahead and try to throw his portal this turn.
Absolutely.
Being that all of his troops are done. I mean, he can try to get. I think that there's still a squad left in the bastion. And if that's the case, he can pull that out to try to get something.
Yeah, and tie on the objectives, and then try to kill. Like you said, yeah, try to tie on victory points, and hopefully just get that first blood.
Right. Something that Nick is doing here, so you all know. You can watch him with his cultists. He's got 2 10-man squads, so he's got quite a few models in this. He's trying to surround each of the objectives, and that's to deny John's contesting.
Yep.
And so he's got 1 unit on each. Each unit is touching both objectives, which is a good and a downside, depending on how each individual place rules it. Sometimes they rule that you have to randomly determine which one they're scoring, because you can only score 1 objective.
Right.
Which they could both then randomly score the same objective. Theoretically, depending on the place that you play, that can be a downside for you. So Nick is doing 2 things here. He's setting himself up for a turn 5, so that he can contest and control both of his objectives, and then can be able to contest and kill the scoring units for John. And he's also setting up, if you can see, his Helldrake and his Prince in the center of the table. In case it goes on to a 6, he has the option to set himself up for some more success.
Absolutely. And do we know if there is a troop in that bastion?
I do not, but let's ask him and find that out in the meantime. Let's go back to the players and hear what they're saying.
Here we go.
I wish there was a way to charge you here and contest that objective.
Oh, but there's not, because I have sergeants that you don't have. Sergeants are huge. I think that staff is not worth it.
I don't know.
That sergeant's gonna save me. If I win the game on turn 5, it's because that sergeant.
Let me think about this.
You got all the
3
time in the
things
world.
coming on in a Helldrake. That's 4 shots you can take. They're gonna run and try to do that. Your Helldrake has to do that. They can vector like that. You can contest there. Eleanor's coming. Go to ground. All right. Yeah, no powers happening. Where's your sergeant at?
Should fucking impact hit him to death.
Try a lot of things to him to death.
Oh, I fucked him up. I fucked up his place. Actually, no. Hold on. Sorry. Nope, screwed up. It's the one with the big saw. I always use him. I'm sorry. You remember, use him as a big saw.
All right, that's fair.
I want to tell you before you did anything.
It's fair.
He still pulled out your last minute.
He did, but it's fair. Warp Storm.
Do you want to move him differently then?
No,
or
it's fine. He's fine there. Zinch gets angry. Plague Bears. Here, Plague Bears.
It's a blast. No, it's not a blast,
That's a
right?
large blast right here. Off.
And your Helldrake.
He's not Nurgle. It's my Warp Storm. Into there. 2. 1 cultist.
No, I'll take a wound on the
Sorcerer.
short.
Okay.
With that force of leadership. No,
You're fearless in the Bastion. 2 wounds.
I'll take a call.
Well, you're already taking a cultist. Are you also taking a sorcerer wound?
No,
No, you rolled a 2 and a 1.
Oh, did I? Oh, 1 wound. Yeah, okay. My bad.
I'll take a wound on the source.
Flicker fire there.
in the Bastion is randomized.
Flicker fire goes off.
Randomized. That's the flamer. It's
Oh.
Soul Blaze. It's not.
Okay. On a 6, it's your sorcerer. Otherwise, it's a cultist. Sorcerer. Sorcerer takes a wound unless you want to look out, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna look out, sir.
Okay. Cultist. So flicker fire went off there.
Denied. Or not denied, I'm sorry, went off.
12 shots.
I'm gonna go to ground. And remember, I have stealth. You're with an 8. Whatever, it's something.
Precog.
So what am I at? 6, 5, 4 plus.
3s. Yeah. Precog.
No, he's stealth and shot.
I forgot precisions.
So it's a 3.
The Plague Bears?
Yeah.
So you have a 3 up.
Fuck.
You did that to me. I learned that from you.
I forgot precisions.
Go ahead. Do you want to re-roll it?
Yeah, I'll just re-roll it. I forgot which one.
Re-roll the whole thing. Re-roll the whole thing. Yep. No, it's
The
big.
whole plan was precision.
No, re-roll the. It's fine.
All hit. Normal saves. Precision on the dude.
1.
1. So 1 save for him.
And how many others?
9 normals.
What do you want me to do first?
Do the 1. That's all I care about.
9.
4, 5.
No, 3's more. I've still been shrouded.
True. Yeah. Okay, 4. Run.
No.
Run.
Sorry. Oh fuck! I see what you're doing.
So we can all see what's happening here. In considering the mission, Nick is setting himself up. He has both of the top objectives. John still has cultists in that bastion who can get out and with a favorable run can collect that other objective. He's got some guys in reserve. If he can get to a place where he can contest one of Nick's objectives and claim one of his own, he may be able to tie out on objectives. There's a sneaky trick that he could try to do. He does have the portal still left.
Yep.
If he flies his prince up all the way as far as he can, 24 inches, and then throws the portal, the other 12, and doesn't get a terrible scatter, he can use Fateweaver's reroll to try to get a squad of Demonettes out, and the Demonettes can still run, plus they get the advantage on the run, they get extra inches.
Right.
So they could theoretically contest the very top right objective. With Helldrake Flamer, he can take another prince to contest that more centrally located objective, and claim this one that's sitting here in the corner. So if he can, there's a lot of things that need to come together for John to be able to take it turn 5. But if he can throw the portal, get Demonette squad out, contest the top objective, flame and contest the central objective, stay alive long enough against this prince in combat to keep him away from an objective, and get his cultists out of the building and run far enough to claim his own objective, John will have the win on turn 5.
Yeah, he's just got to do like 75 different things.
Yeah.
Make sure they all work perfectly, and they'll be fine.
That's right. I mean, they're not altogether unlikely, to be fair. They're all fairly reasonable activities.
Absolutely.
And I think the real difficulty, and I can say this because John is a teammate and a friend of mine, is that John thinks of all of these things. If he can figure this stuff out, he has a chance to win this game.
Absolutely.
If not, though, if he can't get that, I think he's gonna have a real hard time getting kill points unless both of these cultist squads break off the table, which I don't think is too likely a scenario.
Yeah, he's really gonna need to just get the objectives here to tie primary and go for secondary.
That's right. If he can tie, then he can get it on first blood. Because right now, he's. I guess he would also need to get. And he would also get line breaker from those Demonette squad.
Yep.
But neither one of them has Warlord. John is sitting pretty on first blood right now. And if Nick stays where he is, which he will, he doesn't have a choice for turn 5, he'll have line breaker. John will need to get line breaker and contest one or more of these objectives in order to have this work. So it looks like he's setting up for that right now.
Do I have to run in a straight line?
Yes.
That's going to be difficult. He's got to change that positioning there. The run has to be directly straight. He's going to want to try to take advantage of both the vector strike and the flame template. It's going to be hard for him to pull off.
Dude, it's fucking brilliant. I got to steal it from you.
Another thing.
Parsons trying to take the wing off there so we can get a little closer to the side.
That's right.
Baby.
Modeling for advantage, John Parsons.
That's true.
A good move here, you can see that there's the way that they're placed, it's kind of tricky for him, but placing that right where he has it now, and then taking the prince and putting it right next to him on the right-hand side will give him the best shot at it. He has to kill 4 models, not terribly difficult to do.
He's got Fateweaver and Grimmer Prince in the portal.
Especially with that. I mean, it might be 5 given the location of where they are, but if he can kill those 5 models, he has a good shot at getting them. And between the Vector Strike and the Flame Template, it shouldn't be too difficult. The real difficult part is getting that portal out there and having that work out right.
Absolutely. That's going to be the biggest thing here, because if he can't get that portal glyph anywhere near that other objective, he's pretty much done.
Yeah, he's done. That's what it's going to come down to.
What is he?
All right, let's listen back in for these final minutes of the game.
5, 4 wounds, 4 feeling pain. Yeah.
By the way, the Throg idea, pretty goddamn sweet.
Thank you.
He looks gorgeous.
He's so much more work to be done. So much more work to be done. Have you seen my order change? You like that or no?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks very unpainted.
Built them last night. Took fucking like 5 hours.
How much?
Like so long to green stuff. I fucking hate green stuff, dude. All those feathers.
Have you tried the gray stuff yet?
Yeah, it's the same thing to me. It's a little better at holding its shape.
You get like the gray stuff.
Who?
Tom John?
Who's Tom? Oh, teacher. I didn't know he had a name.
Yeah, it's like Thomas something Myers, aka TJ.
Yeah.
So I guess it's impossible for me to get line breaker. If I was Slanesh, I could.
If you were Slanesh, you could. Although it'd still be really hard because you'd actually have to roll 12. Because you have to be completely within.
Helldrake can't grab line breaker? No, it's a vehicle.
It's not scouring.
I know what to do. All right.
Everything.
The guy there just
Hold on.
so like what's
The only thing I put is your ongoing reset.
now you're just like council? Yeah, not that.
That's how we do it. All right. And then.
Is that good?
Should be 24, dude. Look. No, I'm going from the mat.
Yeah, I'm going from the mat.
So what the fuck is wrong then? Wait, the mat's not.
Jesse!
Jesse, we have a problem with the length of the mat.
The mat is not 48 inches.
Yeah.
I know. It's the
Oh,
whole
you measured
table.
here? Measure for your table.
I'm right here at my table.
The
All
mat
right,
was
then you're okay. You're all right.
the mat was cut a little bit short.
No, we both measured.
We were just like, we both put our
like,
tape
I'm
measures. I'm like, I was like,
24.
you're an inch over. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like,
Jesse!
Yeah, no. That's why it's a little off. The mat was just
okay.
was just cut a little weird. Okay. Well, no, the mat was cut a little off, so we had to finish it out. So we ended up losing like a quarter of an inch on each side or so.
Inch away, sir.
Yeah, which apparently they did.
I'm not.
I fixed it.
Earlier on.
You weren't before.
Shut up. No, that's not like him.
Yeah, because before the game, I specifically went to.
So for reserves here, you got John. John still has Fateweaver coming in from ongoing reserve. He's got 2 princes, which is the Portaglyph and the Grimoire, and he's got the Helldrake coming in. It's interesting here to see, for me to see, that he's dedicating everything to this side of the table. Unless he doesn't think that he can take that prince down there at the bottom, but that prince can still cause a bit of a threat to him if he kills off that squad and consolidates back onto the objective.
Yeah, I think what John's trying to do over there is maybe he's probably trying to get rid of those cultists so that if his demonettes can't get to that objective, he doesn't need to worry about trying to contest it. He can just get to try to bake them off the table.
Break them off, yeah. The problem is if I don't know if he can actually get it done where he kills off all the cultists, and if he doesn't, and they happen to pass the leadership check, which is a 7 or an 8, I'm not sure. Which is not altogether likely that you can't really bank on that sort of activity.
Right. They can also go to ground there for their save. So, well, I guess they can't. If they go to ground, they can't take the objective.
They can still score as going to ground. If they're broken, they can't. But if they're
ground,
yeah. And I don't know. Did they do night fight yet? I don't think that they rolled for night fight yet. For what it's worth, it might be something relevant. All right, let's listen in and see how this finishes up. What is he doing? And so to the strategy that we were talking about initially with throwing the Portaglyph into the opposite direction, that Portaglyph is not in the direction we were talking about. Throwing it backwards, he has a chance to claim his own objective, which I guess is worth something in its own right. But for later turns, I don't know, it might be a dangerous play.
Absolutely. I think he's doing what I was thinking, that he's banking on getting rid of those cultist squads, or at least one of them, so that he can take the 2 bottom objectives, keep that demon prince there at the bottom, stuck in combat, and hopefully be able to win on get both primary and secondary.
The hardship here, though, is that he's pretty much giving up automatically line breaker. So if he ties out on kill points, gets objectives, it'll come down to first blood against Linebreaker, in which case it'll be a tie. It'll come down to straight victory points. So it'll come down to tiebreaker, which is exciting. But I don't know that John is in a position to necessarily win that one, after being that he's lost more troops and stuff.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
So we'll see how this comes. John, by moving the Portaglyph down to the bottom of the table, rather than further up the table to get Linebreaker and contest, might be the game here.
Vector strike. I'm vector striking those guys.
All right, let's see how John goes forward with this.
6 plus. No, 1. 2. I mean 2. There was 2. Yeah. All right.
It's
Randomized.
1, 2, 3. It's on this 4, 5, 6 over there. Over here, and then the next one is over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
All right. Warp storm table.
Blow up one of those fuckers. -1 and
Keeping that shit. All right. Run. Keeping that shit. Got it.
The -1 invuln is what John just rolled there for the Warp Storm table, and so that's going to be detrimental to both of them. They both have demons. Both of their demons get -1 to the invuln save. John's laughing about it now, but I don't know that he'll be laughing about it much in the future. He has a chance to kill that blue prince in the center of the table by doing that, but down at the bottom, his plagues are really banking on their invuln save. They have a 5 up now; it's gone to a 6 up, and it's going to give it's going to give Nick a real serious chance to kill off the rest of those plagues, and then move over to the objective. He really has hurt his chances there by moving forward, and he has the choice to re-roll it, but has chosen not to because he thinks the offense is better. And maybe it will end up being that way, but it's a dangerous game to play.
Absolutely.
It's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, he's definitely making a risk there.
You need a measurement there, John?
Yeah, I need a measurement for these 3 to that.
Spite. Well, they got chicken shit.
Well, she said she would find something to eat there.
That hippie shit.
I still have Fateweaver reroll. Remember that.
Just over. He is 5 inches away.
Okay. All right, that's fine. That's all I need to know. All right.
However, which way? What is this facing?
They're all facing straight. Oh, don't tell me I got wrong. I should be within 3.
Great.
All right. Thanks. All right. First.
This is a 3-inch run in order to be within 3 inches here.
Does he actually meet 3 inches this way?
Yes.
Okay.
So 3 inches out to here is between like 3/4 of an inch
Okay.
here. So
And
it's
he's got
a
it.
3-inch
Yep.
run.
All right.
These guys are both 6 inches away.
Oh, fuck.
Really? So they would need to, either one of them would need to roll a 3 to get into the objective.
Got it.
He's like 5 and
4.
You're not gonna get better than 4.
What?
You're not gonna get better than 4.
No, but that's 4, and then those are the closest 4. Well, those are the
These
closest.
are the
That's
closest.
still all I
Yeah.
need. And you're not going to get a save. Nope. So I'm going to fire those first.
All right, if I had my save, didn't matter.
That would have helped. All right. He's going to... So, hold on. So, but Justin, I need a measurement. If he's 1 inch, do I need to actually kill him to get...
I don't think so.
no.
So I can run that over there without needing it.
3 inches.
He's going to run.
Double ones. Okay.
So stop.
You place him where he needs to go. You do it.
You were further up. 3.
All right.
Straight line. You were coming over on the
Sure.
right.
No, I appreciate it. Yep. All right.
Go there.
All right.
Verify.
Yep.
Within 3. Agreed.
Yeah. Do we have like a 3-inch thingy?
I should be within the objective. You said he was.
Yeah. I mean, oh.
All right, he's got it.
That's that.
Nick Nanavati cheating for the win right
That's
there.
that Nanavati cheating we were John was talking about all
All
game.
right.
Touch it. Well, if no one touches or bumps or moves it, it's all good.
First, this fuck face.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
They're forfeiting for shooting to do that faster run fly thing. Was it 2d6? Camera for the flying run.
I gotta go for kill points now. Actually. All right. Flicker fire. Here into here. Oh, I don't want to do that, guys.
This is a good view. I feel like this isn't a good view.
Let's do it. Flicker fire here into here.
Into the play bears?
No, into
Oh, Hars, okay.
go.
Goes through.
That's a max one because I have 4 warp charges.
11.
11. That's more than enough. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Already done.
1. They're all dead.
I gotta get to good ground. I've covered. Good ground. These are
Yeah, you got covered. All right, so you hold on. There's 5, 7.
2 3-ups. 2 3-ups. Little ones. 2 3-ups. 1 dead. 3 up.
All right, psychic shriek him.
That was flicker fire.
Psychic shriek
You
him.
don't have a save.
I went to ground. Deny.
Roll a hit. I don't need to do anything. That's it. 7, 8, 9, 10. No covers. Yeah, 11. That's it. All right,
It's pointing directly at the shot.
next one.
Why don't I just put it here?
Because I don't know.
These. Hey, so when I flicker fire, if I flicker fire and do all that crap to you, that's simultaneously, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll do psychic shriek first. Goes off.
Oh, roll to see if you actually hit me with shriek, because you have to hit.
I rolled 2.
Okay.
I did it. No, I did it.
Goes through.
Oh, roll to hit first.
Hit. Hits. Low.
Hold on. What's your leadership?
7. 6 wounds.
Okay, we reroll.
Okay. 6 wounds.
You get a 6+.
Thank you. Thank you.
You get a 6+. Don't forget. Nick, I love you.
I know.
Oh, you got 2. That's big.
That was big.
All right, flicker fire you for 2. Oh, thank God it goes off. Nope.
Goes off.
So 3. 6.
Should be okay. This was simultaneous.
And still stealth. You still get stealth. I was about to tell you that.
Yeah. 5. All right. I live.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I live.
But I'll win if it ends. I'll win on primary.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, because we'll have 2 kill points each.
If I kill those play bears, it's a draw. Unless I get a good consolidate, then I win.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
And if it goes on, then it goes on. I'm gonna rape you on kill points.
Maybe. I think so. Oh no. All right.
So John is now starting to realize what we've been talking about. It depends all on this combat down at the bottom, and that's the precog prince. So he's got reroll to hit, reroll to wound, and reroll saves.
Reroll everything.
And all the rerolls. So he's got plenty of saves here, and this is where John's minus invulnerable save is going to hurt him a lot. Let's see what he's got. It's going to depend a lot on how far he gets as a run. Let's see what he got. So he just beat him on kill points, which is probably going to give him the tie. Is he in range to get that? If he's in range, he has it securely on turn 7. Let's see what he's got.
All right, John, I win turn 5. See if it ends. There you go. I have 1. You have 1. I just beat you on kill points.
Let's see what he's got.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Game ended on 5.
Game ended on 5. All right, so Nick wins. Nick wins. He's got the. If we look down here real quick, he's got victory points on him. So the victory points beat him out because the objectives are switched up. So if they tie on the victory points, it comes down to objectives, and Nick has 1 objective to John's none. Or they both tied on objectives, sorry. And Nick won on victory points. So he wasn't able to get there to that spot, but he got it through there. And they ended up tying on secondaries, but that's irrelevant. He got the win on primaries. Nick gets the full victory, massacre victory. And John will not be able to live this one down going forward. He gets all the powers, he gets second turn, and he still loses the game.
Exactly.
All right. Well, good job to both players. We'll be back in just a minute with the next round. Whenever that starts up, it's going to be probably 35 minutes or so from now. We may get an interview in the middle of this. I'll try to see if I can reach out to Warner Barn and get him on here for some discussion. But thanks all for tuning in. Check out our Facebook page. Head over to the Daka page and rep us up a little bit if you have some time.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead right now and here, I'm going to post. Oh, that's not the one I want. I'm going to post up, not that thing. I'm going to post up where the lists are posted on our Facebook page.
All right, all. Thanks again for tuning in. Give us any support you can with likes, subscribe, and we will be back soon with the next round.